Right, next up we're going to look at how to transform your screenshots. Now you can do this once you have first of all decided that all your screenshots are fine and you've merged each one down to a single layer. You're going to need to do this because if you don't, then when you transform something you won't transform everything. Now I still have these all on separate layers and I've copied my layer styles. So I'm now going to look at screenshot 1. If I come down to edit and transform, I then have a selection of options that I can do. Let's take a look at Distort to begin with. Now Distort is quite interesting because it will allow you to drag from any given point and give you some quite interesting effects. Now this really is something to play with. Now it is very good, but it's difficult to replicate. So if I wanted to do the same thing on every single screenshot, that's going to be tough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click this to confirm that's what I want it to do. And then I can just press Ctrl-Alt-Z to undo. Now, I'm going to go back into those transform options and look for another one. Let's look at perspective. Now perspective is quite good. If I drag just from a corner, you'll see that what it does is it makes it look like the image is actually sinking back into my background and gives it that nice 3D element. Now you might not want to do it too much so that you don't lose your characters too badly, but as it is now I quite like it, so I'm going to double click and then nothing stops you from holding shift and shrinking it to suit. You can then perhaps have a go at another one. I'm going to undo this once more and I'm going to go to edit, transform and warp. Now warp can be difficult to control, but essentially it will allow you to drag from any point. This can create some really interesting effects. But what you also have are these anchor points, and these anchor points allow you to shift a lot of the image along with the transformation that you've made. So it can be worth just having a play to see if you can come up with anything that's nice. But if you move these anchor points too much, your image will start to stretch. You may need to just click in the center and pull it back a bit. It can be an interesting one though. So once you've finished, you can then just go to your move tool and hit apply. So there we have 3 different ways that you can transform your images.